Hey there, welcome to Mold Mending. Got Renee Rivera here, and this is part 2 of why I don't like to eat at restaurants. And just a recap, part 1 was just actually sharing. We had gone out to eat, decided not to bring my own lunch, and ordered a meal. Broccoli came back with some butter and seasoning on it. Was assured that my order would come back good and that the broccoli would come back steamed. I took a bite once I received it and I tasted the butter, the mixture, the seasoning, so I had to send it back. So here's the reactions to accidentally eating a piece of broccoli at a restaurant that had ingredients on it I'm not supposed to be eating. So here you go, part 2. So we drove home, separate cars, came home. My jaw started getting red, and then my jaw began getting flaky. And I'm going to just let you see a little bit of it. I don't know if it's clearing up a little bit, but you can see this just dry, just the skin looks older. That's what happens. So it's this patch that's on the bottom of my jaw going down to my neck. It will turn red. When I first get the inflammation, it gets the scaliness and just this itch. And so that's what happened last night. I would say within an hour of eating that one piece of broccoli with seasoning on it and butter. And then as I was sleeping, we went to bed. And throughout the night, my skin was itching. I had certain areas that just were itching like crazy. And then a corner of my eye started feeling like I had a scab producing there. And I thought today's a good day to show you because it's pretty obvious. I've got a cut in the corner of my left eye. So it's raised. It almost looks like a raised bump with a cut and then another raised bump. But overnight, my left eye, corner of my left eye became inflamed and the scab was there. I just kept rubbing it overnight because it was itching, and I realized now we've got that cut that's been produced as well. I get cuts on my skin as one of the reactions that I get to food I shouldn't eat. And it wasn't something I was trying to eat, I was trying to be pure. The other thing is I had some slight phlegm in my throat when I woke up this morning. That's why my voice sounds a little different today on this message. My left nostril, I noticed this morning, got blocked. It's okay now. But my ear, that was the biggest telltale. I haven't had that in a while. It's been over a week or so. I've been eating very clean, eating only at home, not dealing with run-ins, mold hits and all that kind of stuff. So my body has been feeling really good for a week. This happens. So it sets me back a little bit. So I've got ear discharge. It's wet to the touch when I put my finger to my ear. It's inflammation. It's a discharge coming out of my left ear. And then my hands felt a little swollen, as well as my feet right before I got up as well. So these are some reactions to just one stinking piece of vegetable that had a butter sauce, a mixture, their love sauce, spritzed on it, and I accidentally eat it. And I just wanted to show that to you guys. This is what somebody with CIRS, chronic inflammatory response syndrome, this is what we deal with as an inflammation response to something getting into our body that shouldn't be, because we are either allergic to it or we're intolerant to it. Two different things, but very similar, but it can be similar results. So sharing this also because it can be really discouraging to be somebody with these limitations and to get invitations to go out, and you have to say, well, I can't eat at restaurants. So I'm kind of a boring, I I could be a boring wife to my husband who loves to go out to eat. I hate it because I don't like these kind of reactions that set me back for a week. And then I have to doctor myself, hydrate like crazy. Many binders I'm not able to take, you know, like other people, they are able to take like charcoal and some other things and help to heal and move it out of their body faster. I have to do it all through dietary and through water intake. I can do the foot soaks as well with the Epsom salt, and that's what I did do last night for about 23 minutes. I soaked my feet in Epsom salt. But that's kind of my go-to for food, for mold hits, all that kind of stuff. But I'm telling you, it's not fun to not feel well because you had one night of fun. And the new protocol that I created for myself to, instead of eating the food at a restaurant, is I bring, most of the time I just make my own food and I bring it. And then I know, I'm just showing you a picture of one of my coolers. One of my children got me, you know, it's a one that you can stack different meals on top of each other. So I will bring a cooler in, and sometimes when I have more or in a larger container than what this will hold, I'm not embarrassed to bring this larger cooler in with me and just have it over my shoulder. I do another video about how to put a cooler in a purse or a bag to make it look less noticeable. But I have had no problem now. I have the guts and I don't care anymore what other people think. I will pack my own meal when I know I'm going somewhere to go out to eat with someone, even business meetings at restaurants. I pack my own food. And then when we get there, I'll lay out my spread as if I had just served myself at a restaurant. I will ask sometimes for a plate. I will bring my own silverware. Sometimes I even bring my own plate. But if it's a much nicer restaurant, I will usually ask them for their water and ask them for their plate and just participate with the rest of the folks. And then I just take the food out of my containers and lay it on the plate and have myself a meal alongside everybody else. I have found at the very beginning, I felt embarrassed by doing that because I felt like I was the oddball. And I also felt like I was missing out, you know, on all the flavors because I am not a cook. Because eating out for some people, it's an expression. It's a fun thing to do. It is a way to socialize with other people. It's a treat. You're paying for a treat. And so I was feeling like I was losing out at the beginning. But since then, what I found is I'm giving myself freedom because then I don't have to deal with this. All of these reactions going on in my body, it's going to take at least a week now to clear it up. And that's a setback to my health. You know, so there's things you learn along the way. And there will be other videos about this because this one, I just wanted to show you the reactions and just one of the things that I do to overcome it. But there are many other things that I would like to share on other episodes, and that is like how to communicate your order if you're going to continue to eat out, how to place your order and making sure you don't get this kind of thing happen. Encouragement to you is stay true to your beliefs, stay true to taking care of you, even if that means, at the beginning, I called it, even if that means you have to suffer through watching other people eat really good looking food at a restaurant. Bring your own food. Know that you're not suffering because literally you eat that food, there's going to be a suffering like me today. I would rather not suffer, have to make that preparation, bring it with me, eat it, even if it's blander. But I would rather eat my food. And I'll be honest, I have come to like my cooking much better than what's at the restaurant because it makes me happier. It gives me the energy I need. And it is giving my body the health that I need to continue in my healing journey. And by just going out to eat because I just want to, because I want the entertainment or I just want to socialize, for me, that's not enough of a reason. I count the cost. And I'm now reminded. Bring your own food, Renee, and then you don't have to deal with this. Stay well. Get well.